Well, good morning, everybody out there in TikTok land, Facebook world, everywhere. There's going to be a live or a recorded clip of this going on. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Monty Anderson, your host here at 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson. Hopefully, you're all doing great out there for a bright and early morning here at 4:11 in the morning. How are y'all doing out there? Hopefully, again, you are doing good. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. We got everything up and running as it should. Everything's working good. So, how is everybody out there? Today we're going to be talking about happiness. What makes you happy? Where does your happiness come from? All that goody good stuff. So, let some people shows up and we'll get into some artwork that we've got going on the table right now. Some new pieces. And today I'm going to be putting down the main characters for the massive 18 by 24 inch, basically God of War piece that I'm working on for a commission. And I call him today so he can get his painting. But today we're going to be talking about happiness and what happens if you get into a funk, you know? Because ultimately, only we can make ourselves happy. Outside people can't make ourselves happy. We are the only ones that can make ourselves happy. So, without further ado, so it took forever to get in, but my new Pokemon, well, our new Pokemon card is here. Bum, bum, bum. It's not just any Pokemon card, it's the Art the Clown Pokemon card. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see what attributes you get with him. I can't even read this damn thing. Holy shit. There's no way. No one's laughing is his power. I, no, maybe. Yeah, I can't read this shit. I guess its ability is the Terrifier. No one's laughing. It's a 160 hit pointer, so you can actually use this in the card game Pokemon if you play Pokemon. Just know I got it off of the TikTok shop, so you can buy this on the TikTok shop from Quest something or other. I don't remember their name either, but it ain't no big deal to me because right there, at least they did put it in a protective sleeve as well as the, so it's double bagged, if you will. It's a double bagged card, if you will. All right, so that is on the TikTok shop. He's got, this company has a lot of different ones. The first shipment, unfortunately, apparently got lost in the mail somewhere, and originally showed a delay, and then after the delay, it showed a shipping time of when it was supposed to be here because this was ordered for Valentine's Day, but it didn't show up until just now. And but he made it right. He actually refunded my money and then went ahead and sent me the two cards that I did had purchased originally. So there you go. It's a holographic card like they used to make back in the day on a regular basis. In fact, some of those wizard cards are like this that I had shown you guys before. Welcome to the broadcast booth, Casey. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing well over there in your, what, 8 degrees up there. And what is it here? It is 53 degrees and doing well here. So there you go. I'm sorry that you are way in those lower temperatures. I wish we had those lower temperatures and you had our temperatures. And good morning there, Mr. I can't even use that name. I'm sorry, Roy. I, I, I don't even know why you want to change your name. But anyway, that's a you thing. All right, so I know I've been talking about this book signing happening um, on the 8th. Well, it's been pushed back to the 14th. They're having issues getting the books. Good morning again, Casey. Hopefully, you got your coffee in hand and ready to rock. They are having a little bit of an issue getting the books in from the publisher. I was close. I said 8 degrees. and and so they're having a little bit of trouble getting the books in from the publisher. So they will be here a little bit later. So they are pushing the book signing back till the 14th. So now you've got time to get here and get in on the book signing. So there you go. It's going to be the same time. I believe it's the same time, but they had to push it back a week just because of the books aren't here yet. And Roy, I think the avatar gives it away who you are. All right, so during the book signing, I'm going to be working on a couple of different projects of it as well. This is one of the characters from the book. He's got rusty wings. He's got razor wire that shoots out that he has right there. So I'm going to be inking this during the show, during the signing. And then I'm also working on a new piece for my horror series. A little ghost face with some blood for you. Right there. Well, thanks for the gifts out there. Those are always appreciated. All that money goes back into, printing process. But this guy will be out there soon. Blood splatter everywhere. It's going to be cool. Well, like I said, today I'm going to be working on the big 18 by 24 piece. Now, what makes you happy? Because, like I said, ultimately it's up to you to be happy. Because no one else can make you happy. Period. Um, Now, you might think they make you happy. But what the fuck? What? TikTok, what the fuck are you doing? I did not. Did I tell anybody to go fucking anywhere? Again, live visibility restricted because you are telling people to go outside of TikTok to get stuff. No, the fuck I didn't, TikTok. You guys are a fuck up and you guys need to fucking get your shit together and get this AI bullshit under control because this is fucking ridiculous. See, now I'm not happy. Thanks to fucking TikTok. Give me a minute. Music makes Casey happy, which is understandable. That's the rhythm of the soul. And and as you see, it wasn't a person. No, I'm not fucking good. Because nowhere in what I brought up or even held up was asking anybody to go outside of fucking TikTok to purchase anything. But yet TikTok's AI bullshit or whatever the fuck they've got going on is saying that I'm telling people to go somewhere else. Usually. Today's probably not going to. But I think it's a good thing I'm on blood pressure medication or mental pills, thanks to the military. Um, TikTok, you are a fucking piece of shit. All right? Nowhere, at any point in time, even your fucking AI summary down here, an artist shares their artwork and discusses happiness. Where the fuck did it tell you to go outside of TikTok and get something? Never. I hadn't even said anything. I was just showing my artwork. You fucking piece of shit. Put that in your fucking summary, AI. All right, so let's get back to happiness, shall we? Oh my fucking god. All right, so obviously TikTok does not make me happy. It's a fucking tool to use only. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Um. All right. So anyway, it's just like we've talked about. Something doesn't defy you. Your work does not defy you. Absolutely. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Uh huh. Absolutely. Um. Or we talked about your job does not define who you are either. And everybody always says, well, I'm this, I'm this, I'm a musician, I'm an artist, I'm a welder, I'm a this. Well, what are you whenever you're not that? And a lot of people can't answer that question. It's just like what makes you happy. Well, my wife makes me happy, my girlfriend makes me happy, my boyfriend, my this, that, or the other. And, well, do you make you happy? Because if you don't make you happy first, nothing else is going to make you happy anywhere else. The job you do isn't going to be a happy place. Your car isn't going to be a happy place. Your house isn't going to be a happy place. And I have to come to, a lot of realizations with a lot of things that I'm not as happy as I want to be. And that's my fault. Because I'm the only one that can make me happy. Ultimately, on the inside to start. And then that happiness can go out to everywhere else. It can go into the house, it can go into the animals, it can go into the girlfriend, it can go into the, so on and so forth. So ultimately, you have to work on your inside stuff, you know. And I know I still have a lot of inside stuff to work on because I've been flying off the handle like crazy here lately, and it's not fun for anybody. Daisy did get a new home. She's on a farm now, and they've changed her name. Yes, it was the nice blood moon was yesterday, and I was watching the eclipse going on this morning out there. It was pretty cool to watch because it was like there's a shadow on the moon, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay. So the lunar eclipse is happening now, the blood moon eclipse, like you just talked about, Casey, and that was pretty cool. But to see the big blood moon coming up last night was pretty awesome too because it was right out the window. It was like it was in a frame right there. As I looked out the window, boom, there it was. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Because normally it's either one side or the other from the window. So this time our axis is, aligned with the window as the moon comes up or even the sun comes up. This so far this year, and But like I said, it's normally one side or the other of the window. So the sun will be coming up over here just a little bit or over here just a little bit, but not directly in the window shot, the moon or the sun. So, sorry, I got a little catch in the throat this morning. I'm not sure from what that's from. Probably doing a lot more outdoor work and all of the pollen and crap that's happening now. Because the everything's confused. We're still in winter. Spring has not been declared yet. Everything's in bloom. Flowers, trees, all the budding out and stuff like that. And we still have more hard freezes to come. I don't know when they're going to hit and things like that. This week, starting tomorrow, I think we're going to be getting rain. So 19th is when the spring hits. So I don't even look it up. I don't know. I declare it's springtime. No, we still have some winter time to go through with Roy. Um, and this is I haven't even changed my fucking calendar. I'm just behind on since my calendar came in late. I haven't even just been looking at it. Next sun spring forward. Yes, spring forward. Yes, absolutely. It will be cold here till May. Well, we usually have a hard freeze in April. You know, um, and I get where you are. Up north. Um, yeah, you guys keep the colder weather longer than we do down here. I mean, even like we were talking about the other day, Casey, that Texas was already showing 100-degree temperatures already. Which is highly unusual for this time of year, but um, not to say that it's never happened before. So, um, it just shows that things are changing. Things they are changing. Like I said, you've seen this big old thing right here. That's my big solar panel that I am uh, going to be putting on the chicken coop so that they have constant power out there. It's got the inverter, it's got the converter, all that good stuff. I just got to get it all hooked up where I want it, how I want it, and go from there. Because that way, like I said, it keeps me from having to drag a whole extension cord all the way out to the coop from the house, which would be two extension cords because even 100 foot wouldn't work. It would come close, but it's going to run short by a lot because that's a long distance out to where the new chicken coop is sitting. It's very close to ready to move the chickens in, and by springtime, I should be able to move them in there. So I've got the door to build, and then I've got some protective pieces to put around the edge um, of the coop itself. So that means I've got to dig a trench, put my wire in, and then bury the wire at that point in time. And I've seen many, many different ways to do it, but I like my way of doing it, which is basically you dig down, you put your wire in, and then you put rocks along the edge, and then you cover it back up. That way, it keeps it in place. They try to raccoons or possums or anything else tries to dig at the base. All they're going to hit is the wire that's attached to the house or to the chicken house. So, and that makes me happy that I can do that to keep them protected. You know, while they're sleeping at night, because you've got to have them protected. We do have 6 new chicks, like I said, uh, over here, and they're fun. They're noisy. They're sleeping right now under their heated lamp in there. I've got the AC going. That's how warm it is here, Casey. Uh, 1 inch of rain on Thursday. We're supposed to be getting about 4 to 8 inches of rain in this downfall or downpour that we're going to be having. So that will be cool, and that will be exciting because it's been pretty dry around here, and we're to the point of I got to get the plastics or the plastic liner for the pond so that I can um, get the new pond dug out where the existing pond is. We're adding to the sides and to the length of it, the width and length, and so that once we move the ducks and geese over to that section, they can just run directly into the water and enjoy their time, so that you know they won't be housed with the chickens anymore. Because the new chicken coop door is on the side of the building and up high. The ducks and geese can't get up there to get out. So we're doing we've got the other coop over there already, which I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to stay, is right there in that little spot. But yeah, I think that's where it's going to stay. I'm pretty sure. And they can be housed in there. They don't need anything fancy or anything because they like to stay on the ground. So, which will probably change up the whole run aspect of everything, of how I've got it built right now. So, because I've got it built tall, because we had the chickens in there for a bit, and the new chickens, the baby chicks, is where we housed them at for a while. And I'm finally starting to calm down a little bit, even though I'm still, my appeal was not approved. As you look around the office in here, I know you guys are only limited here. You guys are limited up there. You see the stuff that's out there, the action figures and stuff like that. Those do not make me happy. The artwork on the wall, it doesn't make me happy. You know, this big panel right here, solar panel, does not make me happy. These boxes of comic books don't make me happy because that's not what's supposed to make people happy. Things are not supposed to make you happy. You know, it's all about building that inside happiness, like we've been talking about. Roy, you never told what made you happy. You know, because we got music, the pleasures of the flesh from Casey over there on the music side. TikTok, okay. And then, The Last Unicorn is a great film. Does it make me happy? No. It's just an awesome film. And lots of cool artwork inside of this thing on the movie itself. And, sunglasses don't make me happy because I spent way too much on them when I bought them originally back in '09. Yes, I've had these damn things since 2009. The hardest part is getting these rubber bumpers to actually last any length of time because they suck in retrospect. And to buy them directly, these are like from a second or third party company that makes these, just like the nose bumpers here. But to buy them directly from Oakley, that's ridiculous prices. Just like replacement lenses directly through Oakley are ridiculous. It's just like buying a whole new pair of sunglasses all over again. It's just like, no, I know a guy. But don't do that in plumbing or electrical work. Yeah, I know a guy. No, you want those licensed out anyway. So make yourself happy on the inside first before you start looking outsourcing your happiness to other things. Because if I'm happy, then other things are happy. Meaning, I'm happy to look at the artwork that I have on the wall. I'm happy to be doing my craft, you know, picking these up and making other people happy because of I'm happy with what I'm doing because I'm happy on the inside first. Making the girlfriend happy, all those good things. 11.9 thousand likes already, and puts us in the popular live category, so I appreciate that, you guys. And the gifts help as well. Like I said, those go back into, even though it's only 1 cent, um, it goes back into the printing process of the merchandise. Okay. Um, but TikTok does not make me happy. I mean, I could just be sitting here not showing any artwork, and I'm still going to get a restriction from them. We'll we'll test that theory out on what is today. Today's the third. We'll test that out on the 5th. We will test that theory out on the 5th to see if I get a restriction just for talking. There was a a creator I follow on here, and she was like, "Yeah, so you're flipping through her videos, and you get to one where she's talking, but she's muted. And so on another video that you go to after, like a couple after, she was like, yeah, so TikTok in their wisdom, like here, has muted my voice because it apparently is too sexy of a voice, and they muted one of my videos." So it's just like, how are you muting a person, you know, for them just talking, you know? So if we start talking a little bit more seductively into the microphone, and Roy, calm down, Roy. It's okay. Put the mayonnaise away. Put the Miracle Whip down. You'll be okay. But anyway, um, you know, like Roy was talking about the other day, Van Halen, Diver Down. Um, there's your boy, right there, Eddie Van Halen, with David Lee Roth in there, and crowd surfing. When crowds of people used to go to concerts on a regular basis. I mean, look at those people. Look at those. Look at all those people. Look at all those people. That's just amazing. It's an arena rock show right there. But yeah, when was this one made? I have no idea. Why does it not tell me? If you know when Diver Down was made, let me know. It was in the 80s, I think. But yeah, this was sitting over here the other day, and then you were talking about Van Halen whenever you were trying to say Ozzy Osbourne, which makes no sense to me. Um, but how you get those two confused? Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, it's not telling me a date when this one was made. Where have all the good times gone? Hang 'em High, Cathedral, Secrets, Intruder, Oh Pretty Woman, Dancing in the Street, Little Guitars, Intro, Little Guitars, Big Bad Bill is Sweet William Now, The Full Bug, and Happy Trails. There you go. Happy Trails. Happy Trails right there. Talking about happy. Talking about happiness. What makes you happy? Happy Trails does not make me happy. No, I wasn't talking about that, Roy. And then this is apparently a local band or something called Funky Bones. This one has a date of 1994. This band, Funky Bones, right there, incorporated guitar vocals, saxophone and vocals, bass vocals, and drums and vocals, plus harmonica, percussion, and vocals, with Brent Court, Tim Starmer, Tom Kennedy, Dimitri Enriquez, and Greg Barkulis. For bookings, please call. Anybody want to try this number? Recorded and mixed by Jim Pavetti or Pavette at Illusions Studios. Cover art by Lou Woolgast. I'll have to look these people up. This is one that was in the house, so I know it's a more of a local band, something that, out of Tucson, Arizona. So they weren't local, but they were local to their area. And knowing the people that lived here that were from Arizona and the New Mexico area, that makes sense that this would follow them over here. They left a lot of cassettes here, everything from Van Halen to what else was here. I've got a few stashed away, because there were some good ones. There were some cool ones in here, like the Funky Bones. Never heard of them before. And I might look these people up just to see, if they're still doing music, because maybe they are. And I think I've tried looking them up before, but I don't think I found anything on them. But now that I see the people on the inside, because I didn't look at that, I might look that up just to see if I can find anything about them, to see if they're still doing music, and maybe even find that studio if it's still in existence, because it could be in existence out there. So, but yes, TikTok does not make me happy. Ultimately, I have to make me happy first on the inside. And especially when I get restrictions from TikTok. Oh, the fog light and the running light, daytime running light issue on the truck. Figured out what was wrong. Went over to a friend of mine to drop off one of his new hoodie, the not friendly, do not touch hoodie, and we went through all the wiring scenarios. Everything was getting power except for the switch on the inside, so on and so forth. And what had happened was there was just too much ampage, even though it's only an LED light on the running lights for the daytime running lights, and then the fog lights. So it was just running too much ampage, and it melted the wire housing, or the housing on the inside where the fuse is. And so it put some plastic up over the metal to keep it from making contact. So, but he said as soon as he touched it together, it went super hot right off the bat whenever he did the wire test. And it took us a minute to track it down, but we did find it out. So I'm going to be putting in 2 different switches for the daytime running lights and the fog lights, so that they're not running on the same circuit. Even though you wouldn't think that just the daytime running lights being added to the fog lights would cause that to happen, but there you go. It does. It did. Which sucks. It just means more work under the hood that I got to do that was already done. And it was working just fine, and then all of a sudden, done just like that. All over with. So, working on cars does not make me happy. Working on computers does not make me happy. Now, if I'm in the right mindset and I'm happy on the inside, then I can work on them a little bit more productively and not throw things across the room or across the yard. And that's typically what happens when I start working on a computer or even cars. I just get frustrated and throw shit on a regular basis. It's just a given fact that it's going to happen. So, there's that note. All right. So, yesterday was leg day. So, legs are a little bit on the jello side this morning. Still feeling the effects of, the upper workout. And working out doesn't make me happy either. But it's a necessary evil, if you will, for the body, especially at this age, to keep it in shape. Um, because it's not getting any younger, and it's not going to get any easier. But if you can start working on some of that stuff now, to where your body doesn't deteriorate as fast, the older you get, the better. Now I know a lot of people don't believe that and don't want to go work out and all that good stuff, but that's, to each their own. Keep eating the junk food. Keep eating those people burgers that McDonald's sells, and those type things, and Brahms as well. Don't worry. I'm not going to exclude Brahms, because there's that whole big new arch burger that McDonald's has come out with that even the CEO was afraid to eat, while he was promoting it, which is kind of giving him a backlash and him a backlash as well. Um, if you haven't seen it, just look it up. CEO eats arch burger from McDonald's, and or McDonald's CEO, or however you want to type it in. You can go search that up, and he is mortified to be eating the sandwich. Um, and he said, "There, I took a big old bite, and literally, he took a bite like about this big off of that burger, you know." And I wasn't talking about you, dude. I said Brahms and McDonald's People Burger. That's all I said, you know, because make it make sense. Billions upon billions are served each day inside of McDonald's or Brahms or any other burger restaurant, Burger King, so on and so forth down the line. There's only X amount of beef in the world. Where's the rest of this beef coming from? Chicken as well. So, yeah, you can run down those rabbit holes, those conspiracy theories, and all that good stuff, and you're going to find every aspect under the sun that is being 3D printed meat, that it is taken from bodies, that it is taken from roadkill, that it is taken from, the list goes on and on. But yeah, we eat it anyway, you know. I did see someone testing out the new Archburger. She was enjoying it as I was scrolling TikTok mindlessly, and landed on hers, and she had the Archburger, so I stopped and watched. And then the comment sections are just pure gold. I can't believe you're still eating McDonald's with a big throw up emoji. I can't believe you're still, doing this, that, or McDonald's is putting people in the burgers. It's just priceless gold. Whenever you go through some of the comments on some topics out there, but she seemed to enjoy it, and basically it's the Big Mac for today. Apparently, two big quarter-pound patties on this thing. Bigger than the Big Mac, obviously, but it seemed to make her happy. It did not make the CEO happy to have to eat that thing. So, um, yeah, you should just, if after the show, or I mean, if you want to leave the show now, you can go find it. I don't care. It's your choice. And but McDonald's CEO tries the Arch Burger. You just look that up, and it's pure comedic gold just to watch it, because his face says it all. Because whenever he's talking about it, he's even like, "I know I've got to eat this thing because I'm gonna be. I'm saying I'm eating it for lunch, but I really don't want to bite into this thing, but I got to just to show." And when he does, like I said, whenever he does bite into it, he literally takes the smallest bite known to man, imagine possible. Basically getting a touch of meat with a little bit of the lettuce and the sauce, and mostly bread. Oh, that's why grow your own. AI, you just need to keep your summary fucking to yourself, dude. You suck. Literally. AI sucks. Literally. I think I got a spider on my wall. Which is the season. They're moving about. They're starting to wake up, getting more life. Mosquitoes are freaking nuts right now. Good God, I can't step out in the backyard without 50 of them attacking my legs. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Um, so I've got a treat, and it's hard to treat whenever you've got animals in your yard, you know. But they're getting hit. The pigs, especially, are getting hit by the whole mosquitoes out there as well. I was watching poor Bruiser lay inside, try to get a little nap in inside his little um, sleeping enclosure, and I saw mosquitoes landing on him. I was like, poor guy. But go suck on his blood and get away from mine. So, um, but yeah, no, Daisy, the little pig that was here for a short bit, she does have a new home. Then open your door, Roy. Open your door. Let the air in and the mosquitoes in. Okay? Open your door, let them in, and let them feast on you. And that way, that means they're not feasting on anybody else. They're coming to your house. I will start capturing mosquitoes and letting them loose in your house. How's that? Since you like springtime so much and mosquitoes. And I know Alaska gets mosquitoes too. Correct. You are correct right there. No, no, no. Texas mosquitoes don't count. That's completely different. 24.7. We're not at the 25 that you're showing yet, Casey. But yes, only female mosquitoes bite because the males do not have the protrusion out there. So, but I'm getting ate by a lot of females when I step out in the backyard. It ain't fun. It's not like you see in the movies. Uh, but yes, Roy, the Texas mosquito does not count as a mosquito. Okay, that's a completely different animal, um, as opposed to the normal mosquitoes that are here that are about this big. Not the big one, this big and this big, two different things. We do get some that are just a little bit bigger than that, but the Texas mosquito, completely different animal, and you don't have to worry about it. I'm talking about just open your door and let all those nice little mosquitoes in since you love them so much. And since they make you happy, let them all into your house to have a little party with you all day, all night, and see how much you like them after that. All right. And all right. No, you say you like mosquitoes, that it's the coming of spring and you love them suckers, let them in. Enjoy them. Just let them all in. And in fact, whenever I'm over there the next time dropping off some shirts, I'll just leave the door open. Since it'll be, springtime and you love it, I'm just going to leave the door open and just, hey, come on mosquitoes. Come on, follow me in. Come on. And we'll see how you really like mosquitoes at that point. Yeah, you said you loved mosquitoes because it was springtime. And yay, yay, yay. Bring on the mosquitoes. Yay, yay, yay. As you're jumping up and down in your chair. Oh, yay, bring on the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. Uh huh. But yeah, I'm gonna start bottling up mosquitoes and bring them to you. Roy, who's Roy? I didn't know we had a Roy in here anymore. But anyway, springtime, it kind of makes me happy because that means that the animals can start staying outside more. We got to get the dogs outside more, where they don't mess with the chickens and ducks and geese and stuff like that. Now, Dexter does try to avoid the geese as much as possible because they hiss at him and all that stuff because they don't like him, and it's understandable because he is a nuisance sometimes, especially towards the birds. And and so he's got to learn that they're not toys, you know. But every toy that you buy is either a chicken or a pig or something like that. And so, oh look, a running toy, you know. Thanks, industry. You could have picked other things, you know. But no, no, they don't. They don't pick other things. Let's see. Yeah, Daisy was a handful. She was a pistol. Very unpredictable. But she's doing good in her new spot. So that's good. Again, her name has been changed, and I'm not going to tell the new name at this point in time, uh, or where she's located, just because witness protection for her. And I'm being serious when I say that. Just because the previous owner is trying to get all the information she can on where the pig is and who has the pig now. But we feel like the previous owner had a little touch of a hand in uh, not being kind to Daisy when she had her as well. So we are keeping all of the information privatized, but she does know that she is in a new place, and the new owner does not wish to divulge um, any information to the previous owners. So we are keeping that under wraps, if you will, uh, just like she is in witness protection. Because unfortunately, she was not the safest in the location she was. You know, even though the woman loved the pig, loved Daisy, it was still not the best environment for her to be in. So, but now she's in a good place where she'll be able to live out, life a lot easier and have the love and support that she needs, and be worked with on a regular basis. We tried to work with her on a regular basis here, but we had a pig that didn't like her. We had a couple of dogs that didn't mind her, but if she lunged at them, they lunged back. Because you gotta figure you got a pit bull who's got the jaw strength of an alligator, and then you've got a border collie golden retriever mix who likes to herd animals, and but will also, since he's a puppy, wants to play with them in a way that is a little more rough than you would imagine, being in Dexter. And he's an 80-pound, pup. Again, not even full grown yet, and he's got a lot of energy to expel. So that's why I'm trying to get the yard set up in a way that they have a spot to get out to and be able to run around while the chickens are out running around at the same time. We're about to open up more space once I take down the old chicken coop that nobody uses anymore. And now that Daisy's gone, I can truly start taking it apart. Um, just because we housed Daisy in that spot so that she could get accustomed to the other animals, the two pigs, Bacon, Bit, and Bruiser, But they got into it the other day. Bruiser literally bit through the chicken wire, and I had to separate them out. That was fun as they were attacking each other. Of course, he's got her by a good 50, 60 pounds, and he's a little bit bigger than she is. And so it was fun trying to keep them apart, and then trying to keep her from biting my legs. It was a blast, you know. And it all happened within a span of 3 minutes, you know, of him busting through and me having to run over there, get into the coop, the old coop, and separate them out, get him out, and then put her on the other side, and it was just a big mess. And and just lots of different things. You know, she's been traumatized before, but now she's, getting traumatized by her own kind. You know, so having other animals around does not make other animals happy. You know, and you would think they would get along, being the same kind, but just like in life, people and things do not get along, even though they're the same kind. So make yourself happy first. Thanks for the gifts, Roy. Much appreciated, seriously. And make yourself happy on the inside first. And then, like Casey put out there, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. You can spread that love and happiness around to others around you, no matter where you are. Whether you're talking on a live show, or the recording that's going out on a live show, those different type of things. And again, I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on with that. Other than spring's right around the corner, even though we still will have a hard freeze up until April. So you can't quite put all your plants out yet. In fact, I've got to get my wood back there into the garden area so that I can start my homestead rescue garden spot back there. Yes, Homestead Rescue is a pretty cool show. And, they travel all over the United States to help homesteaders, and things like that, even though they're based out of Alaska. Don't know what they're like in real life, but, they seem pretty cool people, just from the show. And from some of the trade shows and things like that they've been to, apparently. People that have seen them have like, yeah, they're pretty cool people. They're nice to talk to. So, but on the outside of no cameras and no people around, what are they really like? Are they as happy as they seem? You know, and they could be. You know, the whole family. And we've learned a lot from them just watching their show of how to do different uh, gardening methods and all that good stuff. So we will see if this one takes. Because basically, what you're doing is you're putting the wood in there, the logs. Because I've got some logs up here that have been up here for way too long, and I can't use them for wood purposes anymore. We were gonna Alaskan sawmill them out, and but that didn't take because it took too long to get the Alaskan sawmill, and then once you did get it, it you got to do a lot of different steps and things like that. But anyway, so I'm going to use those logs as the basis for my composting uh, vegetable bed, which means you put the logs on either side, X amount of feet apart, probably 4 feet apart, and then you fill in the lower level with debris such as leaves, trees, um, grass clippings, all that good stuff. You put it in there as a compost layer, and then you put your dirt on top of that, and then everything just starts to compost back together. So once you've got your vegetables on top, they're using the nutrients that are decomposing below, and it's feeding your plants at the same time. So I've got lots of bags of topsoil and dirt garden soil to mix together. Plus, I've got my big compost bed over here, the new one. Uh, Whenever we did the yard cleanup, so we've got that to mix in with it. So we got lots and lots of stuff to do, uh, to mix in and make it some good vegetable soil. Because just putting it into the ground back there, it was okay, and I mixed a little bit of topsoil and garden soil into the mix back there, and it did okay for us. But there's lots of ways to improve on your soil production, uh, to make it great for vegetable gardening. And if you're going to be self-sustaining and be a homesteader, you've got to have those items in place on a regular basis. So, so yeah, that's what's going to be happening next. And I'll be moving those logs. They're massive still. Um, Putting them in the bed of the pickup and driving them around, and then putting them in place. So that's what we're looking forward to next. That's the next step. They should have already been back there, but you know, whenever you're doing cleanup on a slow basis, you get what you get. You don't throw a fit, right, Roy? Don't throw a fit when you drop your Miracle Whip. And you eat them people burgers, yummy, yummy. Since there's not that many cows in the world. Oh, oh man, I'm tired too. I haven't been sleeping well at all. Roy's been getting some good sleep, even with his mosquitoes. Well, I mean, see, if you want to call yourself poor Roy, that's on you, bud. No one was calling you poor. No one was calling you out other than your Miracle Whip problem that you've got. So yeah, no, I mean, oh lordy. Um, Trying to think. I do have a few themes that I want to talk about. 32.6 is where we're at in the live category. I do have some themes I want to talk about later on, like I talked about, one of the other live shows. Um, and we might do the how to open peanut butter without laser vision or telekinesis. We might talk about that one next live. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what the days bring as opposed to what we want to talk about. And I know music is a good category to always talk about. Always any different type of comic, and we might go through Avengers covers that are right back behind me, because Roy's favorite, the Hulk, on there, um, and I might bring in my Hulk statue and sit back here whenever we go through the Avengers covers, because they do have some cool covers. And so we'll see. We'll see if that's what we want to do. But there's lots of stuff that we can talk about on a regular basis. Heck, I could pull one of these pieces of artwork off the wall and we can talk about the artist and their life and how long they've been in the industry and so on and so forth. Those type of different situations right there. So, but thanks to TikTok, our reach was very limited today because I did not tell people to go outside of TikTok Shop to purchase anything. But in their AI wisdom, they felt that I did, just by holding up a piece of artwork and talking about a book signing that has nothing to do with fucking TikTok. That's happening on the 14th. And then just showing artwork. And then boom, I had a restriction because I was telling you guys to go outside of TikTok shop and purchase merchandise, which I did not do. TikTok, you need to get your ass out of your head, or your head out of your ass, or however you want to do it, because you guys are fucking stupid. And this is how I'm ending the show, on a rant of TikTok being a fucking idiotic AI motherfucking piece of shit using app. And that might be one of my promo spots. I don't know yet. But I'm going to go make myself happy. I might go take a poo. I don't know. That might make me happy. Right on top of TikTok. Who knows? But anyway, no. You guys have a great day. And you guys go find that internal happy so that you can spread the happiness around. Again, thanks for the gifts. Thanks for being here and listening to all of the sometimes happy spots, not so happy spots in others. Thanks to TikTok. They can suck it. You all have a great day. And as I like to say as I leave you guys, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, everybody.